Hello everyone, Rahul here and welcome to our channel Doctors to Be, where you find video tutorials that help you better understand the topics that you learn in your medical school. So today's topic is pathology of bones, and this is a big topic and we have a lot of things to discuss in it, like we have metabolic disorders like osteopenia, osteoporosis, Paget's disease. We have other tumors of the bone, cartilage forming tumors, bone forming tumors, and many more. But today's video will start with discussing the basics of homeostasis and remodeling of bone. So let's get started. Pathology of bones. And today we'll discuss about the basics on homeostasis and remodeling of the bone. And remodeling of the bone. So an adult skeleton is constantly turning over, and this turning over is controlled or regulated by a process called remodeling. And this remodeling takes place at microscopic level, that is the microscopic level also known as bone multicellular unit or basic multicellular unit, also known as BMU. Okay, so let's start that. Adult skeleton is changing constantly, and this process is remodeling. Okay, and remodeling takes place at microscopic level. So this is just the introduction. We'll discuss about how these factors, how the remodeling and homeostasis is controlled, and we'll understand various factors that causes bone resorption and bone formation, so that we'll better understand the pathogenesis of the disease related to the bones, like osteoporosis, osteopenia. These basic things will help us understand those diseases. Okay, so let's continue. It takes place at microscopic level, called as BMU. Okay, and BMU full form is the bone multicellular unit. Okay, it is also sometimes called basic multicellular unit, and it consists of two osteoclasts and osteoclast activity on the bone surface. Okay, so consists of this BMU, bone multicellular unit, consists of a unit of two osteoblasts and osteoclast activity on bone surface. Okay, so if you don't know about the osteoblasts and osteoclasts, we'll discuss now a bit. So in general, for general view, osteoblasts are the cells that lay down the new bones, okay, that lay down the lamellae are the lamellae for the formation of the bones, okay. Osteoblasts take part in the bone formation in general understanding, and osteoclasts are the cells that take part in bone resorption, okay. So osteoblasts, bone forming cells, and osteoclasts, bone resorption cells, okay. So the remodeling process, the whole process of remodeling is around the activity of the around the osteoclastic and osteoblastic activity, because remodeling means to change the structure. So osteoblasts are laying down the new layers of bone, while the osteoclasts are uh, they are causing the bone resorption, which is decreasing the amount of bone resorption. So they, due to these osteoclastic and osteoblastic activities, the shape is constantly turning over. The skeleton of human adult skeleton is constantly turning over. That's why the remodeling is the also called as the osteoclastic and osteoblastic activities, result of osteoclastic and osteoblastic activity, okay. So we discussed about BMU and what it consists. We discussed about osteoclasts and osteoblasts. Now the events at BMU. At BMU, bone multicellular unit takes place or are regulated. Regulated would be a better word. Regulated by cell to cell interaction and cytokines, okay. What is this cell to cell interaction, will come to understand while discussing later and about the later points, cell to cell interaction and cytokines. So cell to cell interaction means there are various there are stromal marrow, there are marrow stromal cells, osteoblast, and these cells, the osteoclast and marrow stromal cells, they present various types of ligands, receptors, yeah, and interaction between these ligands, receptor, and they also release some factors, and interaction between these factors, receptors, and ligands control the events at BMU, yeah. So that's why it is cell to cell interaction. And cytokines also have a role in the events happening at the BMU. So we'll discuss one by one. So let's come to it. So a signaling pathway is controlling the remodeling process. A signaling pathway controls remodeling. This is R, okay, remodeling. And this pathway involves three factors, okay, involving three factors, and those factors are rank, ligand, and OPG, osteoprotein, okay. So we'll discuss about all. So first let's discuss about rank. This rank is transmembrane receptor activator transmembrane receptor activator, okay, activator transmembrane receptor activator of NF-κB. These NF-κB are the precursor molecules for osteoclasts. They actually differentiate into the osteoclasts. Okay, so rank, and I told about this, telling about the cell to cell interaction, is that osteoclast, osteoblasts, stromal cells, they express various receptors, various ligands and other substances. They also release some substances that interact and control the events at BMU. So this rank, transmembrane receptor activator of NF-κB, is expressed by the osteoblasts. Okay, sorry, this is presented by the osteoclasts. Okay, so this rank is expressed on osteoblast. Sorry, I am again confused. Osteoclast. Okay, if I have said somewhere osteoblast, please correct. This rank or transmembrane receptor activator of NF-κB is expressed on osteoclast precursor molecule. Okay, precursor molecules. And the next factor we told was the rank ligand. So if rank is a receptor, then it must have a ligand, it must interact with the ligand to activate its process, activate it to show its action, activate its action. Okay, so rank ligand. Okay, this is expressed by osteoblasts and marrow-stromal cells. Okay, so we often get confused about rank and rank ligand, that what is which is expressed by what, osteoclast or osteoblast. I also got confused over here just now. So I use a trick to remember it. I use the word L from rank ligand and B from blasts, osteoblast. Okay, so this will give me a code LB, left back. Those who don't know about it, it's a position in football game. So left back, L for ligand, B for blast. So rank L is expressed by osteoblast. How can you remember? By remembering the code LB. Left L stands for rank ligand L, and B stands for blasts, osteoblast. That means you can now, if you remember LB, then you can remember that rank ligand is expressed by the osteoblasts, and the other one is marrow-stromal cells. Then rank is expressed by osteoclasts. We discussed about the two factors, rank and rank ligand. Now we should discuss about the OPG, the third factor involved in the signaling pathway of remodeling, OPG or osteoprotein. So this osteoprotein is secreted by osteoblasts BLASTs, okay, osteoblasts. And what does it do is, this blocks rank and rank ligand interaction. So now why do we need to block rank and rank ligand interaction? So osteoprotein secreted by the osteoblasts, and this blocks rank and rank interaction between the rank and rank ligand. So why is it necessary to block the interaction between rank and rank ligand? Because rank and rank ligand interaction is necessary for the survival of the osteoclasts. Okay, because it activates the transcription of NF-κB, essential for the survival, which is the precursor molecules for the osteoclasts. Okay, why the interaction between an rank and rank ligand is necessary, or it should be stopped? Because rank and interaction between rank and rank ligand is necessary for the survival of the osteoclasts, because it activates the transcription of NF-κB, which is a precursor molecule for the osteoclasts. Okay, so let's write that, include that point. Rank and rank ligand interaction okay, ONTION interaction important for survival of the osteoclasts. Why? Because this interaction activates transcription of transcription of NF-κB, which is the precursor molecule for osteoclasts. Okay, now there is a set of proteins known as WNT proteins. Okay, and these WNT proteins are secreted by various cells, and they bind to LRP5 and LRP6 receptors on osteoblasts and trigger the production of OPG, that is osteoprotein. So osteoprotein, and this LRP5 LRP6 receptors, so they have great importance as polymorphism in LRP5 LRP6 receptors determines the set level, that is known as the peak bone mass. Okay, in attaining the peak bone mass, it has certain roles. And genetic defects in LRP5 receptors are linked with diseases like osteopenia and osteoporosis. Okay, so we'll discuss about these factors while discussing on osteoporosis and osteopenia. That's why I made a video on these basic things, so that while discussing about osteoporosis, osteopenia, when I mentioned that genetic factors under pathogenesis, we mentioned that genetic factors cause osteoporosis are also found in to be correlated in the cause of osteopenia. LRP5 gene mutation can cause osteoporosis, osteopenia. It has a important role in attaining the peak bone mass. So you may get confused, that's why I made a video on this. Okay, so WNT proteins bind to LRP5, okay, and this is L, okay, LRP5 and LRP6 receptors on osteoclasts and increase production of osteoprotein. So these are the factors involving in the signaling pathway of remodeling. In the next video we will discuss about the factors that influence peak attaining influence the peak bone mass or attaining of the peak bone mass, and then we shall move towards the disorders of the bones. Thank you guys.